In the wake of the COVID-19 outbreak and the subsequent worldwide lockdown, telecom infrastructure providers are working tirelessly to keep networks up and running, to enable people to stay connected and seamlessly work from home. To shed more light on the role of the sector regulator that has enabled robust telecom infrastructure all over the world, and to discuss how the world has changed for telecom players, we have with us Mats Granryd, Director General GSMA.
Hello everyone, it is my extreme pleasure to be here with you today, and thank you to the Economic Times for this kind invitation to this global town hall. It is going to be an interesting couple of days as we look forward to hearing from our fellow business leaders today and tomorrow to visualize and set plans for the post-COVID-19 world. My name is Mats and I'm the Director General of GSMA. Our vision with proactive and extraordinary contributions. Now, I speak continuously about the size and scale of the mobile industry, and I'm sorry to say, but today is no exception. So the number of mobile subscribers globally is a whopping 5.2 billion individuals. And the industry's contribution to global GDP is around $4.1 trillion. Now, these are truly huge numbers. This global ability and reach that this year have allowed the whole world to look to and lean on the mobile industry to be able to continue with life, or life as we know it. And 2020 will undoubtedly be known in the history books as the year that changed everything, as we are being accelerated into the future. As I reflect on the themes of this session, businesses in the new world order, I put it to you that the mobile industry has been building this new world with determination and conscience for quite some time. The new world order is built on mobile infrastructure, no doubt. COVID-19 has highlighted to the world what the mobile ecosystem has known for decades, the true relevance of a robust and resilient mobile networks. Mobile connectivity is almost always the first building block of response to change, as it enables emerging innovation technologies to adapt to a new way of living and doing business. Of course, mobile operators have long been pioneers in acting ethically and responsibly in this new digital age. And we're proud that the mobile industry was the first sector in the world to commit to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs, the 17 SDGs, and we did that back in 2016. The industry has enabled fundamental shifts in tackling challenges in equality, diversity, gender, health, and financial inclusion. Since 2018, the mobile industry has reached over 230 million additional women with internet, reducing the gender gap with 7%. Now that is targeting SDG number 5. 1.4 billion people are using mobile services for education. Now that's growing nearly 30% year on year, targeting SDG number 4. 1.3 billion people are using mobile for healthcare, a growth of 300 million consumers year on year, targeting SDG number 3. And there are now a whopping 1 billion mobile money accounts with an astonishing $2 billion transactions daily. And that mobile money is targeting literally all 17 SDGs. Now this is what I call taking responsibility and at the same time affecting global change. But we must remember, with the awakening of widespread ethical leadership across all sectors, that we have just 10 short years to go on the SDGs, to complete the SDGs. 18 months ago, we kicked off our industry commitment to combat climate change. And last September, at the United Nations, we announced that 60 of the world's operators, representing roughly 2/3 of the world's connections, are now disclosing their climate impact. And today we're pushing further. 27 operators representing over 50% of the industry's combined revenues have now committed to an industry-wide roadmap using science-based targets on how they will reduce their greenhouse gas emissions to net zero before 2050, and with some as early as 2030. This is another huge step forward for us as an industry. Now, let's look at what's making change in Asia Pacific. Firstly, the digital ecosystem has been vital in responding to COVID-19, and countries with strong and more stable digital economies appear to have better resisted the impact. Trusted digitization is moving fast up the agenda for businesses and governments across the region. In India specifically, our operator members are keeping more than 700 million people connected and informed. The 1.1 billion total connections in India are served by over 1 million base stations. Continual investments and round-the-clock maintenance and network upgrades are ensuring business continuity and enabling of vital digital services for everyone. The digital payments market in India is booming, extremely competitive and expected to reach 1 trillion in value by 2023. Secondly, 5G is gathering pace across Asia Pacific. 9 markets so far have launched commercial mobile 5G services, and 12 more have announced plans to do so. And of course, in other countries, 4G still has much room to grow, as the 5G opportunity is still a longer-term vision. All in all, there will be 1.1 billion 5G connections by 2025, which is roughly 23% of total connections across Asia Pacific. Now, mobile operators in Asia Pacific will invest almost $500 billion in their networks between 2019 to 2025, of which roughly 370 billion, or 80% or so, will be spent on 5G deployments. More impactful numbers. And thirdly, there will be almost 700 million new mobile internet users by 2025. Half of all new subscribers globally, in fact, bringing the total APAC to just over 3 billion. And the good news is that connectivity gap is closing, facilitating adoption of mobile-based tools and solutions like agriculture, education and healthcare, improving livelihoods in low and middle income countries, and closing the mobile gender gap. So what is 2020 demonstrating to us as we accelerate into this new world order? Well, we can see that the mobile industry is a great enabler across economies as we build partnerships across industries. And we know that 5G will empower IoT, AI and big data, and that edge and cloud combined will lead us to dynamic, open and virtual networks. In 2020, these technologies are transforming the way we live, work and do business, and who we do business with, as ethical leadership fully emerges. As I said, our vision at the GSMA is to unlock the full power of connectivity so that people, industry and society thrive. Around 240 million people in Asia Pacific still lack mobile internet coverage. And a further 1.9 billion people live within the footprint of a mobile broadband network but are not using mobile internet. Digital advancement and digital inclusion through collaborative leadership has never been more necessary for all citizens, leaving no one behind. Now, this is still our great challenge. And so I ask, where must we put our efforts for this new world? Well, we must maximize opportunities in the enterprise space as an enabler for other industry sectors. We must continue to invest and run infrastructure, but be open to new partnerships and expand our supply chain. And we must urge governments to prioritize digital strategies among their economic support packages that will shape societies for decades to come. And we must accelerate our commitment to all UN SDGs until 2030. And we must never ever tolerate racism, hatred or social injustice. Today's question is, what the new world order do we want to have? How do we want to live, to work, to learn, to change? In this year of enormous challenges, we have the mobile technology and the ability to invest and innovate. We have the public-private cross-industry collaboration, and we have always had the collective leadership vision to decide. Now the whole world depends on the mobile industry to continue shaping and building change with determination and conscience, and propelling the digital advancement for a better future. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that incredibly comprehensive overview. Now, this forum is, of course, designed to feature a 360-degree view of developments across industry. So we hope that you have found the insights useful, and we ask that you do engage with us on social media using the hashtag #ETGlobalTownhall. We'll see you on the other side of this break. Stay with us.